Hello, Nat families. My name is Shelley Jacobs, and I'm a resource teacher here at Del R. Fair Babson Park Elementary. And we would like to take a moment to welcome you to a new school year and to give you a little bit of information about volunteering here on campus at our school. We welcome volunteers here every day, and we look forward to having you here anytime you are available to assist. We want to thank you in advance for stepping up and being willing to take the steps needed in order to be a volunteer on our campus. We know that your time and your talents mean the world to us, and we want to make sure you know that we value any of the efforts that you take in order to help us out here at school. I would first like to introduce to you our volunteer coordinator this year. That is Miss Jill Bentley. She's actually served in this role for several years, as well as many other roles on campus. She's been a parent for over 10 years and has plugged in right away and worked with numerous PTO fundraisers and events and several things within the classroom. As a former educator, she understands how important volunteers are, and she will work relentlessly to help you find a place to plug in if it's something that you would like to do.
Hi, my name is Jill Bentley. Welcome to the volunteer orientation. If you would like to volunteer, which we would love to have volunteers, please contact me at any time. My information will be in the link. Some classroom teachers like weekly help with things in the classroom or maybe copying outside the classroom. The librarian also often needs help sorting books or checking students in and out. There are many other places around campus that we would love to have your help. Please contact me if you're available. Thanks.
It is our hope that this volunteer orientation presentation will give you all the information you need to be ready to jump in and begin volunteering at school. There are several things that will be included in this presentation. You will find the different levels of support that volunteers are now being classified in through the state of Florida. There are some volunteer responsibility tidbits. We have a section on how to help create a learning environment while you are here volunteering. There's information about being a field trip chaperone. There are procedures for how to enter campus, making sure that you follow the guidelines set forth by the state of Florida. We also listed some volunteer opportunities at the end of this presentation, as well as the NAT financial partnership information in case you would like to help out that way. The first way that you can come on campus is just to take a visit. This volunteer level of just visiting the campus does not require a particular badge or screening process. You will just enter campus with your ID, and it will be run through Raptor in the office. And these sorts of things will fall in place in regards to parent conferences. If you'd like to just have lunch with your child, for attending awards day, you might be a guest speaker inside the classroom or read to their class. If you're going to take your child to shop at the book fair, if you're coming to attend the Super Nat ceremonies, perhaps you're going to come watch the chorus or classroom programs or the talent show. If you are here for volunteer appreciation type events or eating family picnic with your child, all of those are just a visit on campus, and you will just show your ID when you enter the office, and you do not need extra screening for that. So let's say that you are not just visiting campus, but you actually want to be a volunteer helping out around the school. There are two levels of status for being a volunteer, a level 1 and a level 2. The level 1 volunteer coming on campus would be helping out at Super Nat, family picnic, spring celebration, any classroom parties, chorus, talent show. You're actually helping out and not just attending the event. This could also mean you're helping in the media center or in the office those sorts of things. If you would like to be a level 1 volunteer, you can help out on campus as long as you are in the presence of a Lake Wells Charter School employee. So in order to do this, you need to acquire a level 1 badge. And the way to do that is to either visit our website at babsonparkelementary.com and look for the volunteer application that way. You can also scan the QR code of our website on this screen that will take you to our website for you to apply. Or you could go directly to Raptor, which is the other QR code on this page, and you would fill out the application there. Raptor will do the screening and issue you a volunteer level 1 badge that you will show when you enter campus anytime you're here to help out as a volunteer. The second level of volunteer status is called a level 2 volunteer. This is a volunteer that's going to help on campus or off campus at a school-sponsored event, and you are going to be supervising children without being in the presence of a Lake Wells Charter School employee. In order to do this, you will need to go to the link below to fill out the Lake Wells Charter School Level 2 volunteer application. That would be the QR code on the left below. After filling that out, you would need to go to the field print QR code on the right to complete the steps that you need to do involving fingerprinting to acquire the Level 2 badge. Every time you enter campus, you will need to show your Level 2 badge because Raptor, when you sign in the office, does not show us if you're a level 1 volunteer or a level 2 volunteer. However, your badge will say on it that you are a level 2 volunteer. It will say directly on there, and that's how we know that you've taken the extra step with the fingerprinting to be a level 2 volunteer. The cost for this level is $84, which is broken down into $64 for the fingerprinting and background check via field print and $20 for the state clearinghouse fee in order to put you into the clearinghouse that you're shown on. The links down below show you where to go to scan those different items to fill out. You must do both. Fill out the Lake Wells Charter School volunteer application as well as sign up through field print to do your fingerprinting. These level 2 volunteers will be allowed to tutor, work with students without an employee. They will be able to go as a field trip chaperone or other school-sponsored off-campus event with their child and supervise other children in their group as well. You can help behind the scenes at the chorus programs, talent show, those sorts of things. If you would like to volunteer in our holiday store, you would also need to be a level 2 volunteer. Once all of these steps have been completed, you will get that badge that you need to show every time you come on campus to help with these sort of activities. The Lake Wells Charter School volunteer badges will no longer be accepted for level 2 activities anymore. Here are a few words of advice or tidbits to help make your volunteer experience the best that it could be. In regards to your attitude, please come to school with a good attitude, one that says to us, hey, I'm so glad that you asked me, and I enjoy working with students. That makes the students feel special when they are in working with you, those sorts of things. Your attitude can make a big difference when it comes to volunteering here on campus. Once again, remember you're a role model for our students, so be sure to dress appropriately and act appropriately to set that example for our kids. We also ask that you adhere to the commitment that you have made. If you say that you're going to be here and you sign up on Sign Up Genius or you tell a classroom teacher that you're going to be there, please be dependable. And if an emergency arises, which we know does happen, then just be sure to contact your teacher or whoever is in charge of the event that you're helping with so they can plan accordingly. Especially for those SuperNet activities where we could not make them happen without you guys. The kids have worked hard to earn this Super Nat reward, and we rely on the volunteers for us to help make those things happen. If you can't come and you don't have the teacher or the supervising person's name, feel free to call the front office and just let Miss Mesh or whoever answers the phone know that you're sorry that you can't be there for that activity. That just gives us a heads up so we can plan accordingly. Always remember that you're working under the direction of a supervisor or a teacher here on campus, so the relationship that you have with them should be of mutual respect. At any time, if you feel like that's not happening, please don't hesitate to talk to someone about that. If you've talked to the teacher and you still do not feel comfortable, then please go to one of our administrators. Mrs. Tyler or Mr. Fan would be happy to talk with you. We just want to make sure that you're aware of a few things. As a classroom volunteer, there's confidentiality involved with this added responsibility. There's like times on campus that you may have the occasion to see a student who's really succeeded and done something very good in the classroom, or has worked hard and achieved a level of success in the classroom. On the flip side, you may also encounter a time when a student is struggling. Maybe they did not do as well as they had liked that day on a particular educational activity. But we just want you to remember that any information pertaining to a child on campus must be left in the classroom. It is the teacher's role to talk to the parents about their students, not a volunteer's. So we just ask that you keep everything that you are to see or hear confidential. Even if it is someone that you are very close to or that you know, your personal reaction to those situations need to be kept to yourself. If you have concerns about anything that's happening and you feel like you need to talk to somebody, please reach out to Mrs. Tyler, Mr. Fan, or myself, and we can help talk to you about that. FERPA is a federal law, the Family Educational Rights and Privacy Act, that we have to abide by, and it's regulated to protect students' information, and we take that very seriously here on campus. Also, as a volunteer on campus, you may be witness to different incidences that require a mandatory reporting to the Florida Abuse Hotline situation. If you suspect this of any child, that there is abuse or neglect, you are obligated to call the Florida hotline at the number listed here. If you need help with that, please don't hesitate to reach out to one of the school staff members, and we can assist you in making that report. Or if you see a student or hear a student that threatens to harm themselves or someone else, please report this conversation immediately to a school staff member so that can be looked into. Every person who enters campus in the state of Florida is required by the state to enter through the main office. That is the reason for all of the locked gates and our secure one entrance location for our campus. In doing this, we also ask that you bring your driver's license when you enter or come to the front office to enter, that you sign in immediately as soon as you get here, that you wear your volunteer stickers on campus at all times while you're here. It is very important that you not only sign in when you get here, but that you sign out when you leave campus. This is important for several reasons. Forgetting to sign out when you leave can really mess up our logged volunteer hours that show up. So if you enter at 8 a.m. and you forget to log out, it's going to skew the hours of your service to the school, and we need you to sign out for that. It is also very important in case there is a situation of an immediate emergency where we have to locate anyone that's on campus for a lockdown or any procedure like that. We want to have everyone accountable, and we would need to know if you were still on campus or not. Please remember that if you are coming as a volunteer, that younger children or other school-age children that are not in school are not to come with you when you volunteer. that distracts from the learning environment. It distracts from the service that you can do. And we ask that those children stay home for the safety of everyone involved. One other thing that we would love for you to try to keep is those cell phones on silent while you're here. We understand that everyone is busy and you may need to keep your notifications on vibrate or your cell phone on with you. We're not asking that you turn them off. We're just asking that you silence them when you're in the presence of a classroom or other students on campus. We are so thankful for the time that you spend here on campus, and we want it to be the most productive time for both you and whoever it is that you're working with, whether it's a staff member or a student. But we'd like for you to keep in mind that you're here to support the staff members and that they are the ones that are actually responsible for our students' education and their discipline and their behavior. So please follow the teacher's lead on this and communicate any behavior concerns that you might see with the teacher and not address the student that you might witness that with while you're on campus. Just remember, it's very good practice to never be alone with a child in locations where you're not visible with other people. As a level 1 volunteer, that is strictly prohibited. If you are a level 2 volunteer and your teacher gives you an assignment to work with a student alone in an office area or outside on a picnic table, keep it in an open environment for others, where others can see you. There are adult restrooms in the library and in the office that you are welcome to use. Please refrain from using any of the student restrooms when at all possible. And just try to keep your verbal praise positive and use your words to praise a student rather than doing any touching, hand patting, hugging, things like that. If you want to recognize good efforts or good job done, use your words when at all possible. In order to continue fostering that learning environment while you're here volunteering, there are a few things that we would like for you to keep in mind. There are non-instructional tasks that your staff employee might ask you to do, such as clerical, cutting out lamination or pasting activities or doing things like that. You may work on that in the library workroom to give you space to lay it out. If you are with another volunteer and you want to have some social interaction, the best place for you to do those things are in the media center in the workroom. If you have a task that's instructional in nature, that you're working with students or small groups and you are in the classroom, keep in mind that you are within the realm of the teacher trying to do lessons with the rest of the class. So keep your social activity pertain to whatever group you're working at a low voice level. Please avoid conferences with teachers if you are here on campus volunteering. It isn't a time to have a parent conference unless the teacher says, hey, I'm taking my students to specials. I'd like to meet with you. Then do that. Otherwise, let's try to schedule those at a time when you are not on the volunteer clock. And I understand that volunteering sometimes can be a social thing for you, and that's perfectly fine. But just remember, that should not happen if you are visiting inside a classroom or working with students. That should be done if you are doing non-instructional tasks somewhere else on campus, or if you are eating lunch with your students outside, those sorts of things. It is 100% true that we could not hold field trips without the help and the assistance from chaperones to make this possible. And we appreciate your willingness to help do that. We would like to continue to give our students chances to go on field trips in the educational and just the social nature of it all. You will get more specific information if you volunteer for a field trip for your child. That information will pertain to the location or the trip that you are taking, and it will be specific to that. But just keep a couple things in mind on any field trip that you chaperone. Preschool age children or visiting school age children or guests are not allowed to attend with you as a chaperone. If you attend a trip with your child and another child or unapproved person comes with you, you will not receive the discounted field trip ticket in that situation. If you have any questions when you're on campus, please don't hesitate to reach out to any of our staff and ask for assistance. Just remember a few things. We do have maps in the office that you can ask for when you are volunteering on campus and you need to get from place to place. We do not distribute these. They're only used for volunteers for a specific purpose. Emergency plans are located in every classroom on the campus. They are typically found right beside the door, hanging in a red binder, and you should be able to locate them if you were in the situation where you needed some emergency information. And if you have any questions in regards to using the copy machines, the laminator, or any device on campus that you're not comfortable with, or any equipment, please don't hesitate to ask. We would be glad to give you a little training session to help make your volunteering easier on you and to keep our equipment safe and functional. One of the other ways that you can volunteer here on campus is as a mentor. We have so many students that just need someone to be in their corner, to show up, to be consistent and dependable, to, sometimes just to check in for 10 or 15 minutes a couple times a week. Any student like this that we see is lacking in the support that they need to be successful, we would love to assign them a mentor, someone who will just be in their corner and be there for them with a quick word of encouragement. If you're interested in that, or if you happen to have family members, retirees, ex-educators, anybody you can think of within your realm of capacity. Could be people that you attend church with or that you are in a service organization with. Anyone that you know that might be interested in being a mentor, please ask them to give Mr. Fan a call, either at the number below or an email to his charter email, which is also listed here. And we would love to get them assigned to mentor some of our students. The number of ways that you can volunteer on our campus is truly endless. You can help in the classroom, in the offices, in the media center. You can help students. You could be on the SAC committee, the PTO. There are numerous events that all need extra hands. Any way that you can help out on campus, we appreciate. If there's something that really is of interest to you, please don't hesitate. You can contact me or Jill Bentley or your classroom teacher and just say, hey, I really am interested in helping out with whatever it is. And we would love to get in touch with you to see how you can help out, whether it's on campus, doing something at home, organizing legwork, getting support through donations or monetary donations, anything like that. Please don't hesitate to reach out. Without a doubt, hands down, one of the main reasons we are able to do so many extra things for our school and our students is through the help of our PTO and specifically through our NAP Financial Partner Program. This program was started by Mrs. Tyler when she came here as our assistant principal many years ago. And I was fortunate enough to take over this for her shortly after she had the idea. And it has truly grown into a fundamental piece of why we are able to do all of the things that we do for our students in regards to awards and rewards and opportunities and supplying their needs in the classroom with their teachers, and so that parents are not able to, or the parents do not have to supply school supplies for their students. There's just so many things that the financial partnership does for our school that there's too many to list. I would like to extend the invitation to you to help grow this program by contacting any businesses, churches, families that you think would be willing to do a partnership with our school for $250. That $250 goes into the teachers, into your students' classrooms for the teachers to use. It goes for Mr. Fan to organize Super Nat events. It goes to help cover the cost of student supplies, and on and on and on. So please do not hesitate to contact me if you need more information on that, or if you're willing to help rally some financial partners for us. We would truly appreciate that. I thank you if you made it all the way through this presentation. Our hope was it was to help save you time in having to come to school for a volunteer orientation, but yet you could do it in your leisure on your own time. And when you volunteer, you're making a commitment to share your most valuable resource, which is your time, with someone who really needs it, and that's our school. And you do that in order to make life better for someone else. And that is truly remarkable. It is something that we cannot function at school without, and that is our volunteers. The fact that you're willing to share your time and your talent and lend a helping hand to our school shows your kindness and your compassion, and it truly does make a difference in the lives of our students and our staff. And by doing that, you're touching so many people. I think one of the biggest things I think about when I think of volunteers is the example that you are setting for not only your child or your grandchild, but the other children in the classroom as well. I remember having friends of mine growing up who did not have parents who were able to volunteer or come to campus or to do the things that they had. And I think about and wonder, did the impact of seeing other parents do that make them as a grown-up a more able volunteer, or make them want to volunteer more because they saw someone else doing that for them? And we just want to thank you for your effort in helping us this year. And we hope that you find a lot of joy in coming on campus and assisting teachers and staff. And please do not hesitate to reach out. Our phone number is here. My phone number is here if you'd like to give me a text. My email, our website, any way you can contact me or Mrs. Bentley, and we're happy to help you plug in somewhere, some way.